we have a chance to defeat the Viltrumites once and for all. Nigga, shut that shit up, bro. You know damn well Thrag can solo every one of y'all.
But we not here to talk about all that. Coalition tried, Nolan lied, Thetis died, Thrag in 5.
Yes, it's that time, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are talking about the final fight in Invincible Season 4 and the arrival of our GOAT, the Grand Regent, the Shape Up God, Thrag. Buckle the fuck up, because this one's gonna be a good one. So the episode starts off with some much needed backstory as we finally get a glimpse at Viltrumite lore and an even more exclusive look at this man right here, Emperor Argal. The Viltrumites are having a meeting regarding retaliation faced by enslaved species, because why the fuck would an enslaved race try to liberate themselves from flying demigods?
I don't even know.
Well, I don't know either. Turns out Thetis is the only one with the brain, because he decides to chime in and drop some knowledge that could potentially solve the problem by saying, hey, why don't we ease up on the violent tyrannical methods and let them work at their own pace? They're clearly not as strong as us, so there's no freaking way they could oblige to your commands.
Wrong. They just shut that shit up, man. Their labor means nothing without their fear and respect.
Let's all take a breather and just... Nah, fuck that, bruh. Ban this nigga! Viltrumites be the most unethical race in the universe. It's like two scenarios their brains can comprehend. Number 1, if the race poses a threat to the Empire, fries. Exterminate them all. Number 2, if the race is too weak, just go ahead and cut the population in half, man. I actually gotta give Nolan his props for turning from his Viltrumite ways, because if that's what he grew up learning, Earth should have been fries by now. Invincible or not. Anywho, Emperor Argal respectfully tells Craig to shut his bitch ass up and calls on Regent Thrag to drop some serious game on their heads. And if I'ma keep it a buck, no exaggerations, he just basically says the same shit Craig said, but in a more menacing way, so he like gained some XP from that or something. Then Thetis bold ass speaks up and calls Thrag a little boy. No, not Thrag, man. Literally anybody else. Argal wasn't fucking with Thetis disrespecting his star pupil, so he respectfully, of course, tells Thetis to shut his bitch ass up too. And before you knew it, Emperor Argal makes the final verdict.
Y'all go ahead and cut the planet's population by 25%.
I know this decree had conquest freaky ass oozing all types of Viltrumite juices everywhere.
Anywho, Thetis, again being the only nigga on planet Viltrum with a dome, decide to do something for the greater good and slimes out Emperor Argal in cold blood. But I guess he didn't think about the repercussions, because he gets off planet quick as shit and fails to remember that this biological demon is left in charge. And so just like that, we go from one demon to the next, with Thrag being crowned temporary emperor and given the name Grand Regent Thrag. And if y'all didn't already know by now, Thrag is a biological weapon. He was bred by the Viltrumites to be the strongest Viltrumite. And to make that make sense in your head, take everything you know about Omni-Man, all his feats, strength, speed, power, all that. Yeah, go ahead and times that by 1,000. Anywho, we cut back and see that Thrag's addressing the nation and Argal is getting buried. And I'ma keep it a buck. Them folk clean as hell. This is the type of drip that will make my son Shawnee X3 proud, bro. And he do be putting that shit on, so it correlates. Anywho, Thrag is addressing the nation about the weakness that has shown its face among the people. And what is the only plausible solution to getting rid of such weakness?
Are you stupid enough to betray the Empire?
No, sir. I'll never betray you, I swear.
I don't believe you.
Nah. Cause what you mean I don't believe you? Nigga, are we reading minds now? What the fuck? Folk really turned to the first black man he's seen and cut that nigga neck off, bruh. Cannot make this shit up. Anywho, just like that, he makes his first decree as the leader of the Viltrumites. Kill anyone weak and purge the planet of any hint of humanity. Fries.
I'd prefer to be loved. I would.
This is not a
But if
test.
you take that away
This is
from
your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual purge sanctioned by the U.S. government. Weapons of class 4 and lower have been authorized for use during the purge.
Now we cut back to the coalition getting ready to go to Viltrum and fight Thrag. They just ass steady pumping them up, getting them all hyped up, talking about some the Viltrumites are at their weakest point. We have a chance to defeat the Viltrumites once and for all. Nigga, shut that shit up, bro. You know damn well Thrag can solo every one of y'all. But we not here to talk about all that. We jump scenes to Mark sitting in his room, absolutely stressing about the thought of fighting this man Thrag. I mean, can we blame him? The kid's like 20, and we got Sensei Wu over here in the corner talking about Thrag like he's some folktale, a child of myth, the prophecy. Like, gang. No pressure though, Mark. You're gonna be alright. Anywho, we jump ship to the cool kids table where we find Zoe, Oliver, Alan, Battle Beast, and Telia eating the chum bucket's finest, bro. What the fuck is that? And of course, Oliver cannot appreciate the solitude and silence, so he gets to opening his mouth talking about some. If you could eat anything right now, what would it be?
Don't talk to me, I know you watch lobster porn.
Ooh, hit me where it hurts. I fuck with that. Thankfully, Battle Beast was there to break the tension by saying his last meal would be him doing his opponent like Black Noir in the comics. If you know, you know. Anywho, they start getting mad close to Viltrum, so everybody starts to make their final preparations. Nolan chops it up with Thetis for a little bit. Zoe and Oliver suit up, and they prepare their final countermeasures in case anything goes wrong, such as these darts that Tech Jacket carries with her that actually weaken Viltrumites. W Tech, man. Anywho, these niggas put on their big boy jars and walk into Viltrumite hood. I knew it was bad as soon as I saw the planet's ring ain't made out of space rocks, if you know what I mean. These niggas need to get banned. Ban these niggas. Cause whole time Thrag had a contingency plan of doom and despair. He had Viltrumite agents using their own people's dead bodies as fodder. Like the type of Uno reverse unfolding in front of our eyes needs to be studied. This must be how Genghis Khan felt bluffing the fuck out his ops just to sneak them an early copy of GTA 6. The coalition gets dispersed because of the surprise attack, and when the chaos clears, we see Invincible staring death in the face. Why the fuck is this nigga in orbit? Go home! Thetis bold ass, stay acting stoic. Nigga, we know you shitting bricks right now. That's probably why he got snuck 2 seconds after entering frame. And to give props where props is due, Thula really be putting bell. She might need to be talked about more. Every time I see her on screen, she's low-key putting work on a high level op. Like peep how she got boomed by Thetis just to get back up and see Battle Beast in her grill. I don't know about y'all, but to me, she got that real Viltrumite energy. Anywho, Nolan log slides with Anissa and instantly gets on the offensive because you know he can't let her do Invincible the way she did without a get back. Unfortunately, the squabble is mandatory. And no, I'm not wasting my time talking about Battle Beast. Let's just say he got hold and leave it at that. Anywho, we hop scenes and see that Alan and Zoe low-key putting in mad work. The lights were never bright. Alan over here giving Viltrumites that Homelander treatment. If you know, you know. We cut to some more hands and then I seen this dumbass shit. Craig used to be in top 5 Viltrumite talks. The fall off needs to be studied. The shit show continues when I seen Oliver lame ass on an island with this absolute random. And yes, we peeped the miss kick. Nigga weaves Oliver's punch into a tummy twister. Got my son Oliver breathing like those BMX niggas after missing a 50-foot clearance. Anywho, in the midst of all the chaos, Space Racer pulls up like he Shotaro or something and drops off a couple Ragnar on some cool shit. But I'm here to ask the real question. How the fuck did they capture Ragnar? We talking about the same Ragnar that gave Nolan and Alan hell. Yeah, nah, I need answers, cousin, cause this shit don't make no sense. Nonetheless, they get to squabbling and start ripping apart Viltrumites like paper. Then we get blessed with this matchup, cause Nolan sees Thrag flexing his fit as always and says, nah, I gotta get my ones. I remember sitting down thinking this shit was gonna be a generational fade. I'm thinking the animation budget was saved up for this fight, and turns out
You thought wrong, dude.
cause this demon loads up a juicer and sends Nolan down to surface like a meteor. To be honest, at some point you gotta wonder what's wrong with niggas, cause you watch this nigga ego a death beam and still decided to rush him. Dumbass. Like, I ain't gonna lie, it gets to a point, bro. So Nolan wakes up and stands up just to look to his left and realize this demon wants to have a chat with him. I don't know, it's something about drop charges and rejoining the Empire. And with Nolan being Viltrum's #1 op, I'm already knowing he's gonna take this deal, but the fight's over. Tell me why this nigga puts his foot down to a god. I mean, at least now we know the type of man Nolan is. Pretty stand-up guy, can't be mad at it. Anywho, that nigga gets rocked. And no, we're not gonna talk about how that shouldn't even be possible, because fuck power scaling and fuck everything that comes with it. So Nolan gets his ass launched into the stratosphere with ease, with an angry Thrag dead on his tail. And we jump back into the fight to peep vet Viltrumites getting done up by these Ragnar. These Ragnars are the real MVP of this fight, argue with a wall. But look, tell me why we cut to the next scene and Oliver is still getting his ass beat. Like, what do you do, son? What is your purpose? I knew it was raps for bro once he seen his dad flying through the stratosphere at Mach 5. He really willed his way out of the enemy's grasp just to look at the strongest nigga on the field and say, yeah, I can take him on. No, you cannot take him on, son. Like, watching this episode back genuinely had me reminiscing on my last Invincible vid. And your big brain still goes, yeah, nah, I'ma slide him solo dolo. Niggas saw him alone with everything to lose, by the way. He got Viltrum on his back. Bro's carrying an entire race alone. If he loses this fight, Viltrum is cooked. And Oliver said, nah, I got him. Damn it. Shit's just sad. And I'd be lying if I said it got any better, because Invincible gets his ones packed. And finally, with no other options, Nolan and Thetis look each other in the eyes and realize they have to pull out their trump card. And here I was thinking it was some big ass Ragnar or something. Nah, this nigga Thetis pulls Nolan and Invincible together, and those three head straight for Viltrum's score. Once Thrag realized what was going on, he tries to go stop them, but he's too slow. They're already halfway into the planet's crust, and before you know it, these bitch ass niggas do it, man. They successfully blow Viltrum to bits and also manage to successfully rage bait Thrag to oblivion, because Thetis gets to doing his little victory speech talking about how change is necessary and the Viltrumites should choose if they want to live or not. Tell me why this demon screams out the depths of space,
I choose death!
yo, calm down, Javroni, it's not that deep. And just like that, our GOAT Thetis goes on to see the Lord. He had a great run. Anywho, how Thrag gonna turn around to Nolan and Mark and tell them they're next? This nigga Thrag grabs Nolan and starts flying him at Mach 3, straight into the depths of space, by the way. Nolan, of course, tries to put up a valiant effort to no avail. Every time this nigga broke free, he was booking it straight into the ether, but Thrag's speed is just too much. He eventually catches up to Nolan and beats the humanity out of this nigga's brain. Mark decides it's time to step in and tackles Thrag. Fuck, same result. This nigga Mark gets his face pummeled in as well. We cut to Alan dealing with the rest of the Viltrumites as per usual, because what's this show without a good old Alan versus 3 Viltrumites? Space Racer, Alan, and Tech Jacket try looking for Oliver's body, but they have a hard time. Space Racer eventually helps them get away by finally using the Infinity Ray to beam one of the Viltrumites through the dome. We cut back to Thrag giving these niggas BTA, and then we get this gem. Mark looks at his dad and asks him if there's a way to beat Thrag. Nolan just looks at this little nigga in size because he knows he's fried. And this is what really had me on the floor for real. As soon as Mark seen Thrag turn Nolan into a donut, this little peon gets to running. You can't even blame him. You have a planetary threat on your back. I'd run too. Matter of fact, run faster. But eventually Thrag just speed blitz and catches him and does him the worst way. This nigga Thrag picks him up by the head, headbutts the fuck out of his dome, puts him to sleep, and starts to slowly crush his eyeballs. It's only then that he sees the destruction of his planet Viltrum, looks back at Mark's mangled body, looks over at Nolan's mangled body, and makes his final verdict. Then here comes Craig's lame ass talking about some finish them off, they're right here. Boy, you could have died like 7 times this fight. Thrag, why don't you just kill this nigga already? He does not deserve to be a Viltrumite. Anywho, Thrag does some deep soul searching and makes his final decision. He tells the other Viltrumites that they've done enough damage, taken enough casualties. It's time to leave this place and find another suitable planet for breeding, continue the original mission type shit, and most importantly, leave Mark and Nolan alive. And just like that, Thrag goes about his merry way. One planet lost, but not a single scratch on this nigga's body. Word to folk, he might genuinely be the GOAT. I mean, it's a great thing he has nowhere to go, because it'd be a damn shame if he found Earth and like took over the planet or something, but now that'll probably never happen, so fuck. And yeah, y'all, that basically wraps it up. I had a horrible time making this vid, bro. Do not recommend. I had a wonderful time making this vid. I really appreciate every one of y'all tuning in. Let's go ahead and get to 1,000 subs as soon as possible, man. I need y'all to hit that like, subscribe, and share button, and flood the comments if you can. We going up all summer. Again, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I thank you for all the love and support you've been showing me, all my regulars, man. I rock with y'all heavy. And yeah, that's gonna be about it. Deuce.